Good morning, everyone. It's Christine. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I feel like I'm Punky Brewster with all my different colors on today, but I don't care. Anyways, I wanted to talk about your limits. If you actually know your limits, or do you set yourself up for failure? So I have to admit, this weekend was very challenging for me. My son plays travel ball, and this weekend I decided Saturday, instead of staying home and working on my business, that I was actually going to go to his game, so I delegated some of my work. So one of the things that I actually did was I drove an hour and a half to watch my son play travel ball, and I did not realize, I'm a trained pitching coach, so I do go with travel ball teams that are older, and my son's 10U, and I got to the complex, and all this crazy stuff happened when I first got there. The guy told me I was in a parking lot, and I can't walk that way to get to the field, and there was no signs up. So when I got there, I already felt not at ease at all. So then I find the ball field and stuff, and our first game was great. And because I run two businesses, and baseball and softball is my sport, I know the rules inside and out. We made it halfway through the second game, and I looked at my husband and I was like, I think I'm gonna have to leave. And he's like, why? And I'm like, I don't think I can handle the other team's parents. I said, this is not for me. They're going against my values. I know my values, and I know my toxic environment. And I said, I don't know. I've never felt this way. I've been to a lot of travel ball games, but those parents were so disrespectful. We even had it on tape at one time, the coach lying. The third base coach lied on tape. My friend next to me had taped the play. The ball was fouled by 1.5 feet off of third base. The coach is standing there. They have one umpire behind the pitcher, and the adult lied. He lied to win. I was so beside myself. I was like, you're teaching these kids to lie to win. So for me, that went against my values. I could not handle that. I was like, holy cow, you're a grown man and you just lied to a high school kid that's umpiring that the ball was fair, telling his kid to run. Our coaches would have never done that. They would have told the truth. So I'm sitting there and some other stuff happened, and I almost left halfway through the game because it went against my values. My environment was not healthy for me. In my workplace with my kids and everything, and my students and my staff, I want a healthy environment. I want a positive environment, but I don't want to put myself in a toxic environment. Do you know your limit? Do you know when you should go back or not go back? So we ended up driving home. I did stay for the game, and the next day, I did not go back to our tournament. That was pool play, and we had bracket play yesterday. I told my husband I was not going to put myself in a toxic environment. How many people go to a toxic environment at work, and they probably should have left a long time ago? I know my limits. It took me a long time to figure them out, but I encourage you, make sure you know your limits. Don't put yourself in a toxic environment. Do you know that? Because I didn't go yesterday, I got more work done at home. I felt happier. And guess what? We played that same team again. The same team with the parents that didn't have morals. We had to play them again, and our coaches had to deal with them. It was not a healthy environment, not for the kids to view and not for everyone else. So when you're running your business, or you're in home or your daycare centers, or even in your workplace with your coworkers, think about how people's thoughts and actions affect everyone. Because let me tell you, I was so much happier staying home, and I did a funny video for everyone to watch. But I encourage you, know your limits and don't set yourself up for failure. I knew if I went yesterday and we played that team again, I probably would have said something I shouldn't have said, because I know the game so well, and they should have had 2 umpires, so that would have never happened. So make sure you know your limits. I really encourage you that. Make sure your environment's set up for you for success. And if not, maybe you need to write out the pros and cons. Maybe you do need to adjust your life. But anyways, I hope everyone's having a great day, and I got to get going, and I'll talk to you later. Thank you.